I know you're struggling with marketing. I know you're struggling with driving traffic to your website. Or perhaps you already have traffic coming to your website, but you're struggling to convert it to sales. I know that you've already tried running ads online without any real result. And I know that you've spent probably hours on YouTube trying to figure all of this out. Guys, I know how frustrating this can be. I know because I've been in the same situation before. When I first started my online business, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to quit my job, and in couple months time, I'm just going to be running my business from wherever, sitting at the beach, having an amazing lifestyle, spend lots of time with my family, and everything is just going to be sweet. Now fast forward 2 years, and I was just in a desperate situation. Bleeding money, getting a little bit of traction, but always end up spending more, changing few things, getting few good results, downloading all of these new apps and new features and doing sales funnels and doing all of this stuff that I learned along the way, new campaigns, new email campaigns, new ads, new platforms, all of this stuff I was doing, and yet I wasn't still generating the level of success that I wanted to get to, or the level of success that frankly I required to at least replace the lifestyle I used to have. And it wasn't up until one Christmas Eve that I actually hit the very rock bottom. I woke up in the morning and there was another $1,500 chargeback on my account. I was just completely shattered in pieces. I honestly didn't know what to do. I was in so much debt and there was money constantly being taken from my account, and I honestly had very little entrepreneurial spirit left. I had no idea what to do next. I felt like I've already tried everything, and I was just honestly so ready to close the shop and go back to find a job. And at that point, I was ready just to go back to any job, really. And so I thought, you know what? Let me give this one more chance. Let me give this one very last chance. And so on that Christmas Eve, I went to that little spare room where I would be working from at the time. And I was like, you know what? One more time, let me just map all of this out. What I've done over the past 2 years, what actually was it that worked relatively well or that I did get some traction out of, and what was it that I did and didn't work at all. And oh my God, what I learned on that day, on that Christmas Eve, was a complete game changer, and I never looked back since. And the crazy thing was that the answers have been in front of me this whole time, but instead of really understanding and taking that information in and letting that information guide me, instead I was basically gambling my money away, right? I was putting randomly money on red or black and randomly money on 21 or 23, and so every now and then I would get a little bit of money back, but there was no consistency, there was no predictability, and that's purely because I was just really gambling. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't following any particular process. I was doing all of these things, trying everything, but really doing nothing systematically. And so on that Christmas Eve, I just finally figured it out. And I came up with what I call my TCM framework. And guys, for me, that was a complete game changer and complete turnaround for my business. And luckily, since then, it's been a complete game changer for so many of my clients. And guys, it's so good, so simple, and yet so powerful that I want you to have this today. Because if you can have this today, that will allow you to take leap today instead of getting into the situation that I got myself in a few years ago. So this is what TCM is. And as I said, it's super simple and powerful, but yet less than 3% of entrepreneurs use this correctly. So just watch out, make sure that you really take that in, because what I'm telling you, this honestly has been a super game changer for myself and my clients. All right, so TCM, so what does that stand for? So T, very simply, stands for traffic. Traffic. C, again, very simply, stands for conversions. And M stands for metrics. Traffic conversion metrics, TCM. Traffic conversion metrics, TCM. All right, so basically what I used to do in my business before I discovered TCM, I would do, a little bit of working on conversions and changing websites and, getting a little bit of traction there. Then I would run different ads, which would be getting me different types of traffic. I would be working a little bit on organic traffic. It was a completely wrong organic traffic, but anyway, that would get me a little bit of traffic. And then I would be looking at a few stats here and there, thinking that I'm evaluating the business properly, but I was really just running blindly. And so what I realized over time that actually really works consistently and predictably if you concentrate on traffic, conversion, and metrics in actually a process-driven manner. So first, for every business, always, we need to sort out the traffic. We need to make sure that we get the right eyeballs into our website, and so that it's not just any type of traffic, but that it's actually the ideal customer that is interested in what you've got. So this traffic could be things like ads, it could be things like your organic traffic, it could be things like your organic posts, and stuff like that. So basically, that's how you work on traffic. Only once you have worked on your traffic, that's when you can start working on your conversions. And this is where what we call and this is where your irresistible offer comes into place. So basically, when we talk about conversions, it's really you need to give your customer the confidence to pull out their credit card and really tap it in. So at that point, the customer needs to not just know you and like you, but they need to trust you enough to get you their money. So basically, this is where, we want your customer to pull out that credit card. And what you need to make sure here is that you have that irresistible offer. So something that these customers have really been looking for, or something that they really, really like. And it's not just that they have to really like it, you need to give them a reason to buy that and buy now. Look, these days, each and every one of us gets exposed to about 200 ads per day. So if you give customers forever to decide, and if you don't put any urgency into that, they're just going to take forever to decide. So we just need to give customers a reason to buy, and we need to give them the reason to buy now. And now third, and this part is a complete game changer. So that's really following the right metrics in your business. So once we ran traffic and got some conversions, we've got a huge amount of metrics, and these metrics are really telling us a story. Think about it like customers in a retail store. If you had a retail shop and you've got a few different sections there, you would probably be able to tell what customer is going to buy what, right? You are able to see if they get really excited, if they hold something in their hands before they put it down or before they take it to checkout. You can see if they roll their eyes, if they're interested in something, or if they, walk by and are not even interested at all. Now, in e-commerce, we don't have that luxury of seeing customers face to face, right? And that's why we at all times need to really look at these metrics and understand what are the metrics telling us. These metrics will tell you exactly what do you need to change for your traffic and how, and that will tell you exactly what you can do to improve your conversions. So TCM is right there in front of you, putting into simple steps that will guide you and pinpoint you into what precisely you need to do for your business to get it to the level you want to. So no more guessing and hoping. No more downloading all of these different apps and trying and seeing if it works and bidding on different things and updating prices and updating more products. No more of that. Simple and predictable process that can get you sales consistently so that you can have that business and you can have a sustainable business that you can run over time and finally get that lifestyle you worked so hard for. So guys, what I want you to do is download the worksheet below. You've got all of that, what I've just told you, in the worksheet. And also leave me a comment. What was the aha point for yourself? What did you learn? And for you, what is it? Have you got a problem with traffic, conversions? And what are your metrics telling you? What is that story that will get your business really growing fast to that level that you want? Make sure you leave me a comment below and that you download that worksheet, because I really want to know, what is it for you? Is it traffic? Is it conversion? What are your metrics telling you? And what has been the aha point for you from this video? And also, if you like this video, great news, there is more to come tomorrow. So just make sure that you keep an eye on your inbox, and I'm looking forward to seeing you then. So guys, my name is Silvia Myers. I'm Ecom Growth Specialist and also the creator of the TCM framework that has changed my business and that has completely turned around my life and has helped so many other of my clients. So make sure you download the worksheet and let me know what you think, what has been your aha point. And great news, there is more videos coming soon, because I want to make sure that I give you value and that you can also bring your business to the next level.